Hey everybody, Motumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena, and we have a pretty exciting deck. I wanted to go back all the way back to when we first started playing Arena in its beta form, and the fun that I was having. I've just really been having a lot of fun playing Arena again, and again, a lot of it is thanks to everybody watching my videos and interacting with me and talking to me in Discord and everything. So yeah, I'm going way back to one of the decks that I liked to play back in the beta. And yeah, so let's just hop right into it. And we are playing Spin It to Win It. So this is slightly different than what I mentioned in playing back in beta because we have access to obviously newer cards. Some of these cards you may not like, but you know what? I'm here to have fun. I'm just here to kind of spin, spin the wheel, roll the dice, however you want to put it, and just kind of just see what happens. So we are playing a 5-color deck. It is what I like to really call a trade binder deck. It's something that, whenever you just have a binder and you're like, oh, I'm going to build a deck, and you just start grabbing cards out of your binder and just kind of throwing them all back together. I might be dating myself, but that's how we used to play, back in my day. Grab cards, throw them in a deck with some lands and see what happens. So that's what we're doing. We got most of our deck is one-ofs. There's a couple of two-ofs, but mostly one-ofs. But we are going to focus on really the spinning cards. One of which being one of the newer cards in Standard as well as Historic, Storm the Festival. This 6-mana sorcery. It says, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You can put up to 2 permanent cards with mana value 5 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, and then it has flashback of 10. So for 6 mana, we get essentially a possibility of 10 mana worth of value. And so we're playing a bunch of 4 and 5 drops, mainly 5 drops, because I want to squeeze as much value out of this card as possible. And yes, we have some 4 drops, and we have some 3 drops as well. But again, we're hoping to hit the 5 drops. They're going to be the more powerful. We're not going for any permanents over 5, strictly leaning on 4, or leaning on 5 and below, and we're going to see what happens. We also have Golos. Golos is another spin it to win it type card, but the reasoning behind Golos is, and I know a lot of people hate Golos, but Golos is really, we're using this, yes, for the spinning aspect, but it really fixes our mana. Golos, when it comes into play, lets you go get any land out of your deck and put it into play. Part of the reason that Field of the Dead was banned in multiple formats, but we can go get any land, one of which being World Tree. World Tree says whenever we have 6 or more lands in play, all of our lands tap for any color. So then at that point we can actually just start casting all of our cards. So yeah, and then for 7 mana, which does include one of each color mana, we get to exile the top 3 cards of our library and play them without paying their cost. So another form of spinning it to win it. And a lot of people do use this to try to hit cards like Omniscience and Ulamogs, Ugins, but we're not trying to just win the game. I mean, we are trying to win the game, but we're not trying to just, make something happen that is just completely backbreaking. Yes, hitting 2 Planeswalkers is pretty backbreaking as well, but I feel like it's probably going to be a little bit easier for our opponent to recover off of even a potential miss off of either one of these. So yeah, that's what we're focusing on, the smaller cards, but still trying to squeeze as much value as we can. So let's just go through the cards, and yeah, we'll talk about each one. 4 copies of Explore. Again, we need to get to 5 and 6 mana as quickly as possible. 5 really, so we can Golos into our 6 land and then play Storm the Festival. But Explore, again, it does draw us a card. Let's just play an additional. We have 1 copy of Narset, again, draw cards. 4 copies of Chromatic Lantern to make all of our lands tap for any color of mana. Very, very important when you're playing a 5-color deck. So, yes, this is basically the artifact version of the World Tree. We do have 1 copy of the Celestis. This is in here just because it taps to add 1 mana of any color. I did have the indestructible mana rock for 3 that you can kick to make 2 other copies. I don't remember the name of it right now, but I figured this is a newer card and we're just going to give this a shot. And worst case scenario, we can actually just start drawing cards with this. Really, really, really cool. 3 copies of Wrath of God because we do need to make sure that we, hopefully don't die to a bunch of creatures. 1 copy of Teferi. Don't really know if this Teferi is going to pan out, but it does give us the potential to get to 6 mana on turn 5. So if we play this out on turn 4, the following turn we can actually tap all 5 of our land and then untap a land with the Teferi. Give us that 6 mana to potentially store. So I did throw that in. This was, I did actually have a Kiora in here for the same reason, but I just wanted to try Teferi out. 1 copy of Ajani the Great-Hearted. This is to gain us life, not to put vigilance on our creatures, but really this is to put counters on our planeswalkers. This is gonna basically take 2 off of here to put loyalty counters on our planeswalkers, and just hopefully be able to ultimate faster. 1 copy of Tamiyo to get cards back from our graveyard or to dig for cards that we're looking for, mainly Golos and Storm the Festival. 1 copy of Elspeth Conquers Death to obviously remove things, but also to bring things back. Since we're playing a lot of 1-ofs, this does give us the ability to actually remove bigger permanents from the board, and then ultimately they kill one of our 1-ofs with our planeswalkers, we can bring it back. And Leer, I wanted to try Leer out again. This is mainly just because of the effect that says spells can't be countered. Yes, Leer is a very easy, hard to get rid of, but if we're able to just land Leer against a mono blue deck that can't bounce it, then we may have won the game just on the fact that the rest of our spells, while this is in play, we don't even care about the fact that Explore has flashback, or obviously we don't want to flashback Wrath while Leer's in play, or Storm the Festival already has flashback. So this is just, again, spells can't be countered. Nissa Vital Force, we can potentially kill with a 5/5, or we can return cards that we've already lost, because again, a lot of 1-of, so I wanted to try this out. Return permanents from our graveyard to our hand. 1 copy of Nissa Who Shakes the World. We're not really trying to win this way. Yes, this is a very powerful card, but we're not playing a lot of forest. There's only going to be 8 forests in our deck. So not really trying to do this, but again, it does really just give us a little bit more versatility if maybe hit something for 3 or start trying to close. Ren and 7, not really the ideal planeswalker we want to hit, but I do want to give it a shot. It does make giant, tree folk blockers that just get in the way, could end the game. Does let us dig for land, so give this a shot. Now, Oath of Teferi. This is a cool card. I've always loved this card. This actually lets us activate our planeswalkers twice a turn. So if we do something crazy like Storm the Festival, hit Oath of Teferi and Teferi, at that point we're going to be activating a Teferi twice, and then we can ultimate him almost immediately. It's going to be really quick. It could just be game end right there. And Oath of Teferi with multiple planeswalkers in play, you're pretty much never. I'm not saying you're never, but pretty much never going to. 1 copy of Kaya, again, for exiling things. Not really worried about the +1 in order to potentially bring back Golos if Golos were to be killed, but mainly for the exiling and potentially the emblem that allows us to cast legendary spells. 1 copy of Ashiok. Again, Ashiok great, can bounce things, can make blockers, and then we can start exiling cards from their library and then maybe cast them for free. 1 copy of Angrath to make them discard. 1 copy on Nicol, because Nicol is the dragon god himself, and he just essentially does everything that all of these other players. No joke. So to end that, we are playing 25 land. Again, mainly we're playing 3 copies of the World Tree in order to get that extra, the land making every color that we need it to. And we're playing 4 copies of Interplanar Beacon again, because we have a lot of planeswalkers and we want to make sure that we can cast them. And if we do start casting a lot of them, we want to make sure that we're at least getting rewarded for it by gaining life and actually keeping it. So yeah, that is the deck. Spin it to win it. So let's hop right into the gameplay. See you all at the wrap up. All right, it is time. We're going to spin it. We're going to win it, hopefully. But yeah, like I said earlier, we're going to play some Trade Binder Magic. but in a fun way, right? We're gonna try to spin out as many planeswalkers as possible, where everything just costs 5 mana. So this is an interesting hand, but we are going to keep it. What is this hand, right? Opponent goes first. We might be losing already. They have a sweet name, Jace Ventura. They are on yeah, we'll just play a breeding pool. Breeding pool will probably shock in the other breeding pool, explore into a world tree. Then maybe next turn we can Chromatic Lantern into Leer so they can't counter our spells. But, I mean, with them being on Jeskai control, this is going to be pretty tough. This is going to be pretty tough. Sure, we'll probably see a counter spell of some kind here. Oh no, just an opt. No land there, kind of hurts. Kind of hurts. But, I mean, the fairy coming down maybe next turn can help us get the job done. Ooh, okay. All right. What do we give them? Hopefully a land. Now we're giving them a shock land. I would prefer them to shock something into play as opposed to get one for free. Oh, why could that not have been a land? We don't get to draw. But we get to look at the top. Definitely get to look at the top 3. Sure. We'll play our own Interplanar Beacon. Jace Ventura. Be a sweet matchup. What are they gonna do? It's been a while since I've seen a Scion of Urza in play, I feel like, right? Holy! Oh no. Oh no. This is Alright, so it's fairies dying, we're taking 4. Nice. Alright. I mean, so I guess we have to exile this Sarkin.
I'll make use of that later.
Alright, what do you got? Clarion. You could have Deafening Clarion.
I have just the trick for this.
Please don't show us another Sarkin. Oh, Spell Pierce. Seems alright. Gain a life.
If you want a job done right, hire.
Let's get rid of Sarkin. That way Kaya maybe sticks around. We don't know for sure. At some point, they are going to have to start ticking down Karn to get land.
How convenient. An excellent choice.
Guess not, right? Guess we just have to give him land. And unfortunately, a land that will kill our planeswalkers. The good news is, if Golos hits, Golos cannot be spell pierced. So they have a million counter spells in their hand, it seems. So they're skipping to their end step already. Probably pitch that Deafening Clarion, right? Right, so I do think that we just try to slam a Golos. The top immediately. Oh, Golos. Golos lives. Well, I think what we do is we just get a... It really at this. All of our lands make all of the color.
Ghosting feels weird, right?
Next turn, we can activate Golos, but... Oh, they drew another one. So they're just trying to combo us off, right? Interesting. Okay. So 4 at Kaya, 4 at us. Yeah, we really don't care that Kaya dies. We were going to sacrifice.
Whatever. I'll bounce back.
I would love to draw an untapped land.
The choices we make reveal who we are.
I mean, they're stuck on land. I'm just going to give them cards that really don't give them land, right? The more land they have, the more access they have to casting extra spells. Might have been wrong there. That was actually pretty good. But go. Something good. Those are 3 hits. 3 good hits. I'd rather them spell pierce than Nissa, right? If they don't, we can actually untap a breeding pool in order to pay for our the spell pierce that they're. Yeah, honestly, that's the spell they had to spell pierce.
Behold, nature's true power.
We're going at Sarkin.
Come on, watch this. No.
So the good news there is, like I said, now we get to pay for that spell pierce thing. Get rid of the Karn. Getting rid of Karn actually gets rid of a ton of other stuff. And maybe we should have waited to attack. But I don't think... we actually need to bring anything back right now. Oh, and they conceded. Woo! Alright, yeah. Again, they needed a spell pierce there. The Nissa. Again, we kind of locked them in a... The Nissa's not great against them, but it definitely turns off. That was a sweet first game. So, go right into the next one. Alright, well, we only got to spin a little bit. We got a Golos spin off, but the Golos spin actually won us the game. So, let's hydrate. Ursus. All right. So this hand. This is an interesting hand. Kinda does some things. Right, opponent is on blue-white. We're just going to play control the entire time since we're playing all the Planeswalkers in our deck. I hope not. Looks that way. Okay, so at least the good news is we get to get down to Chromatic Lantern. But we have to start getting our stuff counted, right? We have to make sure stuff gets countered. And I think one way to do that would be to play a Johnny. Johnny does not get countered. Okay.
If I must. Now do you see the benefits of peace?
I won't hide from the world. Let's skip to the
So they definitely have some saw it comings there. 100%. Oh, they do not. Okay. We'll just continue to gain life. No reason to add a +1/+1 counter to Golos right now. So they're going to Allron's Epiphany.
We need to move quickly.
So if they get to Allron's Epiphany a couple times in a row, they get to just... Oh, okay. So those are just Doom Scars? They have to have a sod con. Oh, divide. Okay. Okay. All right, maybe they tap out for that. I'm actually super fine with them tapping out. Cast that. Well, then they get to untap 2. I do think we have to start attacking the fairy. Oh, there's the first one. Look at us. Tick, tick, ticking up. So now if they have an Allron's Epiphany here, we want to game because ultimating to fairy is pretty bad. Gotta do it. Gotta go for it. Alright, well, I don't want to sit through a Teferi emblem. So we're going to gain some life. Go up to 33. And then we are going to concede. So again, if you're not familiar with Teferi, his emblem, you get an emblem whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent. So what they most likely would do at that point is ultimate this, play another one, and then just start exiling all of our stuff. Can't recover because you cannot interact with emblems. So yeah, it is unfortunate, but I mean, oh, look at that. They had 2 Doom Scars there, so all their counters were over here. They drew triple Doom Scar and managed to draw these 3 counters. Yeah, that's pretty lucky of them. Unlucky for these, pretty lucky for those. So, well, good game. Go on to the next one. Oh, so 2 control decks in a row. Let's not get a third. Let's not get a third control deck. Shall we see? I mean, this is an alright, right? We draw land, we're just pretty good. Play that tapped. Okay, opponent is on a probably mono black, or maybe not mono black. This could be like a Jund food deck, or play a land and rope you deck. Give him the old wave, right? Hello. Gonna. All right, so we did. Okay, so it is mono black. Mono it could be chromatic black, 5-color black. Perfect, perfect. Comes into play tapped. Also comes into play untapped. The next turn. I think maybe we just slam Golos next turn. Okay, so they are playing chromatic. Yeah. Let's see how they respond with this. All right, what they get rid of? Eliminate? Yep. Oh, nice! Oh my gosh, what are they doing? Nice. All right, well, let's get rid of yours. As much as I want to get rid of that Chromatic Lantern, I think it's a little more important to get rid of Nicol Bolas. And then next turn we slam Golos. Golos gets us a land. Okay. Yep, still think that's okay. We get that land that I was mentioning. Absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and get a World Tree. Not that we need it or anything, but going to increase the odds of us drawing a untapped land, even though we don't necessarily need it. But I'd much rather not draw another World Tree to activate Gold, right? So they can't flip Nicol Bolas here, which is good. Very important to know that. And we're fine with them killing Golos. And opponent is going to Heartless Act concede, even though they were in a pretty good position. However, what was going to happen is Elspeth Cocker's Death is actually going to recur either Golos, but most likely Nicol Bolas. Nicol Bolas was going to shoot down their Nicol Bolas, and then we were going to be able to play other Planeswalkers and kind of take over the game. So, So this deck seems like it is very... If we get down one of our big threats pretty quickly, they scoop. But I'm really curious about Heartless Acting conceding. Why not just concede? So, all right, well, we are going on to the next game, and again, we are spinning and we are winning. So, go. All right. I mean, I really want to cast Storm the Festival like every game, right? That's the dream. So let's get some ramp. Maybe we don't have enough ramp just playing 4 Explorers. I mean, we definitely have Storm the Festival, but I don't think we're going to get there if we just land. But we could against their giant. It's almost worth trying it, but we're not. I think we have to keep this, unfortunately. And let me see how many cards I got. Okay, 240. 240 something. That might be wrong. Might have been wrong. Definitely feel like it was wrong now. let's get down to blue. We could potentially... So this is just like a 250 card counter spell deck. That would be... Okay. I was about to be very concerned. I'm still very concerned with what our opponent's doing, right?
There are so many mischief and open minds.
We do. I think we just grab. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe we should have taken the Storm the Festival. I'm gonna take a look here.
Hone your prowess.
Turn's pretty good. Got another storm there. Oh my! I'm just getting punished. So I want to cast this without them knowing that we're about to cast it, right? I feel like it's 100% right to take this, but we're gonna take this. So I'm gonna play this on white, because it's not really gonna matter here in a second. I'm actually kind of glad that we drew that Nicol Bolas. So what does this do? One less damage. Target spells. Have to pay one. Yeah. Spells or abilities? Yep, spell or ability. So if we target a creature or something with one of our Planeswalkers or anything, we do have to pay an additional colorless mana. Like if we were to Elspeth Conquers Death this, I do think we have to pay one. Okay. Alright, so I think what we do is we just play our best friend.
I will spare you in exchange for eternal
Oh, Oath of Teferi. How awesome are you?
schemes are never
This is coming down next turn. What is that? Oh, this is the Necro guy. Holy moly. Wrath, we can't. I gotta kill it here. Yep. We didn't use it at all. Maybe he couldn't. So I think, yep, at this point, we are going to reset our pal. Oh, Nabe-chan, come back. Come back. Oh, we didn't even get to storm. Oh, no festivals for us. Only sadness. Oh, come on. Come back. Oath of Teferi. 200, you were playing 240 cards. Oh well. That's cool that you did that. I'm glad that I actually see people enjoying themselves and you know, just playing whatever they want all the time. That's really what I like about playing unranked more than anything. It's more about fun than competition. But yeah, let's just keep going. Go on to the next game. Let's go. Let's keep it alive. Keep the streak alive. I mean, I wouldn't really call it much of a streak. We're only at, what, 2 right now? But I do like this hand. Not the strongest hand, but it does do stuff. What is this? Okay. I have not seen anybody play this before. Okay. So, land color here does not matter. Death Touch. Or no, Menace. 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 I mean, I think we just get a Golos going and see what happens, right? Could bounce Mechagodzilla with Ashiok, but I'm just not in that business. Hexproof, no! Oh, you had Menace. You should have attacked, my friend. Should have attacked. Let's spin the dice. Yeah, we're spinning the dice. We're not rolling the dice. We're spinning them. All right, well, this was actually a pretty good hit. Wrathagon. All right. Close. Let's get another Interplanar Beacon. I need our opponents to understand that we're not trying to spin into some crazy like 10 drop or anything. We're trying to do mostly fair things, right? Chromatic Lantern allows us to still activate Golos. Oh, we're living the dream over here.
If you wish to surrender now, I understand medically.
What do we get? What do we get? Fairy, I guess? Seems fine. No attacks. I mean, opponent's still doing a great job of actually... Oh, don't shame scoop. Oh, they shame scooped. No, they always do. I mean, I can't tell you how many times that I've tried to draw an extra card with an opponent's Narset in play. I mean, I think I still did it like yesterday or the day before while I was playing. So it happens, you know. People forget. So, all right, well, keep going. Next game. Yeah. Oh, the shame scoops. The shame scoops. They are a real thing. Sometimes, unfortunately, you just have to shame scoop. We've all been there. Arena has its own fun way of gently reminding you with a flashing red light that you have not made the brightest decision. All right, well, I did not expect an eye twitch there. So let's explore into this temple garden. Next turn we can explore. All right, so wait, what does this get? Non-creature, non-land. So they're going to take to fair. Play that, play that. The fairy is leaving the game. Goodbye, my friend. I'd be very surprised if they took Nissa, but okay. Alright. The graveyard's gonna get exiled. Oh, okay. Teferi. There's only 2 of them. Not worried about it. They're looking at our hand going, what is happening right now? Or they're looking at our deck thinking, what is about to happen? Because they've only seen the cards in this particular color combination. Green, white, blue. No idea that they're in for some black and some red. And we do have our old pal Nicol Bolas kind of hanging out in the background. Let's go. Lost Legacy. Wow. What a hit. What a hit. Yeah, I think they're trying to figure it out. I'd be trying to figure it out as well.
Really should have seen that coming.
All right, I will definitely take that. All right, Bajuka Bog does what Elspeth's Nightmare would have done next turn. So ain't a thing. You know what? We're here to cast this. Oh, and we got to actually cast the card that or play the card that we were going to play anyway. So it is unfortunate. Goodbye, my friend. All right, they're gonna go get the Storm the Festival. Oh, there's only one of those. There's only one of those, my friend. Only one of those. You care to attack? No? All right, let's go.
Strange and magnificent.
Let us make the most.
The land fights for us.
I mean, I don't really think there's tons of cards that really just get our opponent out of this, right? Maybe kill a creature or planeswalker, but not like a kill everything, right? It's like, this is nothing. You're killing one thing and we're going to have so many threats on the board. Okay.
If you surrender now,
Gabriel's fine.
a mine is a terrific thing to waste.
Discard a land. All right, another eye twitch. That's pretty good. That might be gaming. But I'm not here to do that. I'm here to activate abilities. Holy moly. Oh, opponent. Come back. Come back. You lost legacy to us. Oh, man. Well, we definitely spun it. We definitely won it. So that's cool. Let's get another game in. This deck's a lot of fun. Again, you never know. You never know what you're gonna get. Oh man, we did all the things that we wanted to do, or that we planned on doing when we built this deck. We cast Storm the Festival. We cast Golos. We activated Golos. But however, even though our opponent managed to exile a bunch of our planeswalkers, and by a bunch I mean 3, 2 different ones, we still got there. Still got there. This is not a hand we can keep. Not a hand we can keep. No ramp. Tap out at 2 mana. So we have to mulligan this. This is better. I think what we do is, I know how crazy this sounds, but I think I'm going to put back the Oath Barrier. I'd rather try to cast 2 of these than 1 of those. Playing against the guild gates. We very much need to hit some land here. Come on, deck, one time. There we go. Like to go land. That's the dream. Land. You are not a land. But maybe we go land to fairy? We don't go land to fairy. I'd like to go land. If not, we're just gonna slam Golos. Definitely gonna take action. I'm a little sad that the Gates deck is stuck on 3 land. There we go. Well, I'm gonna attack. And we're going to see what happens. Oh. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Now remember, we could just be slamming these down, and maybe we should by this point, right? They're actually starting to hit their land drops. They're starting to get where they need to be. I don't want to get just like gated, right? But it's just, I just can't help it. I just can't help it. Oh well. I'm definitely, I should have attacked first. Should have attacked first.
Chase stokes the forge. No fire, no steel.
You're discarding 2 cards this turn, my friend.
No fire, no steel.
It's been a long time since I've actually seen a Gates deck. Oh yeah, we're gonna keep going. And we got all of our world trees in play, so Gratha might ultimate soon. Oh. Oh, you got us. You got us, my friend.
No fire, no steel.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so close. Keep it going.
No fire, no steel.
7. Not enough. I mean, this is just going to get a concession, right? If we play this 100%. Oh, we didn't even get to play it. Oh, we waited too long. We waited like 10 seconds. Well, next game. All right, well, we got immediately paired for our warm down game. And I kind of like this. I kind of don't like it, but I kind of like it. So we're going to keep. Opponent's probably on Jund, right, with the Gigantha. We will start it off with a breeding pool. Let's see what our opponent's doing. Maybe they go land oven. Triome. Okay, so we're going to play a pathway. We're going to explore into the Temple Garden. Okay, so we did draw land. That's huge. Well, opponent is on... They're probably on like a weird 5 color. This is probably Niv Mizzet. Yeah, like looks like Niv Mizzet. Perfect, perfect. We definitely wanted that Temple Garden there. We're definitely taking 5. Got it. What is the other thing? Discard and draw. Okay. All right, let's Golos for a world tree. I mean, I think we block here. I'm sure they have a way to kill Golos. I feel like Niv Mizzet just always has what they want. They're very good with the resources. They kill Golos. Yep. That's what I thought. Oh, and they dealt us 2 damage. Interesting. Okay. Get rid of Golos, and then we are... Alright, we're spinning to win it. Or we could kill the Territorial Kavu. Oh, man. So I feel like it's actually risky. Yeah, we're gonna... We need Bolas to protect us. Protect us, Golos. Or Bolas. Oh, protect us, Bolas. Maybe they probably go land Niv Mizzet. Oh, Scarab God. Okay. I'm okay with this. Let me read how this is worded again. When it dies. Not when it's exiled. All right. We're planeswalkering. Our planeswalkers are vulnerable right now. They basically have a turn off to do anything. So, I don't think that was right. I think killing a planeswalker is correct there. Yeah, I think... Well... I mean, we're gonna... Oh, let's see what we hit. Let's see what we hit. Oh. 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 Well. Well. How good was this? That was actually pretty ridiculous. Oh, you're giving us the boring? Oh, whatever. When was the last time that you played against a deck like this? Oh, Louch, get out of here. You're gonna say that this is boring. Whatever. We had fun. We did things. We planeswalkered. Oh, we planeswalkered. This deck is sweet. Oh man. Alright. Let's talk about this. Alright, well, welcome to the wrap-up, and we had a lot of fun with this deck. We actually managed to go 7-1 somehow. We had a couple of weird concessions, I thought. But this deck worked out really, really great. We got really fortunate with our matchups, and actually, if you notice, we actually upgraded our deck in the form of the full art for Storm of the Festival. We got the style from the Mastery Pass. We managed to finish that one, so that's actually kind of cool. Unfortunately, we didn't get to play with it, but yeah. Now, I actually think we drew every card in our deck at some point, and again, this is just based off of memory here, except for the Celestis. So we never actually got to see that hit play at all, but I do think we got to see every other Planeswalker in play at some point or another, and I might be wrong. I don't know. We're just going to say yes. We're going to just assume that we saw everything in play, which is pretty impressive when you really consider that everything's just a bunch of one-ofs. And it might just be because we spun with so many cards, with whether it's Golos or Storm the Festival. Maybe we just looked at so many cards that we are assuming that everything got into play, so maybe it actually didn't. But yeah, this deck is very... It's very important for this deck to ramp, so it might be beneficial to add maybe a couple of different ramp spells into this deck, maybe a couple of growth spirals. I don't know if I'd go 4, because it does kind of make the mana a little wonky if we do that. I think we'd have to take out some interplanar beacons and put in 2 more hinterland harbors at the minimum. And then I think if we do that, at that point we do have to take out maybe like 1 Oath of Teferi, or maybe we have to take out the Leer, or maybe just the Ajani. Even though Ajani's cool in the sense that it can help make you ultimate your planeswalkers a little bit faster, it may just not be what this deck needs. So it's worth thinking about. But overall, this deck's a lot of fun. That last game, I felt like was one of the best games that we got to play. The first game was actually kind of drawn out, and that was actually pretty fun. But yeah, just saw some weird concessions, but we did get to see that our deck, once it's very easy to hit 5 mana. It's very easy to hit 5 mana of any color. It's very easy to hit 6 mana. It's just very, I feel like it's Historic is a very healthy format in regards to mana fixing. And yes, while there's a lot of fast decks out there that are more competitive, there's still a lot of people that come out here they play to have fun. So you're playing cards like this when you're playing unranked. It's based off the strength of your deck, and so you're playing a lot of one-ofs. So it's going to pair you. It's going to pair you differently. So I feel like that's why we saw just a very wide variety. But again, this deck's a lot of fun to play. I recommend building a deck similar to this. If you have, you might already have the Goloses. I don't know if you have the Storm of the Festivals, but again, it's very important when you're doing something like this to keep the mana base green, because your main payoff is a green card. And I say go for it. Go through your binder, so to speak, on Arena, and just pull a bunch of 1-ofs and just see what you can hit, and try to make some really cool 5-drops, 4-drops. There's even some really good 3-drops that I didn't even. So give it a shot. I'd love to see your build of this. You know, maybe you even extend this up to like an 80-card Yorion build, or even something crazy, or maybe you move this into. I mean, this is almost ready to be played as a singleton deck. So you could play this with Brawl, and then you don't really want to be one of those people that are playing Golos as their commander, but again, easily could. But there's also Niv Mizzet as a commander you could play. There's just a lot of different things you could. And again, I think breaking out the old trade binder deck every once in a while is a lot. That being said, guys, all I can ask is that you like, comment, subscribe, check out all the cool links down below, join the Discord. Anything you do to help battle the YouTube algorithm would be appreciated. Again, I appreciate everybody who comes by every day and checks out the videos. Really, really helps the channel. That being said, everybody, please keep staying safe. We will see you next time.